Demons, you sinners and saints, you beautiful, blasphemous bastards. Welcome back. I'm probably going to be renaming the channel back to The Raging Atheist. If I make a new channel, excuse me, I might name it The Raging Atheist. I think one of the problems with The Raging Atheist from the very beginning was the fact that it being the Raging Atheist limits it to a certain niche of YouTube. And when I start the new channel, when I have better equipment, and I start the new channel, I want to kind of do it better YouTube wise. Try to stay within the guidelines. Try to get back to more editing videos. I was pretty good at that, and I just got away from it altogether so I can drunkenly live stream for 2 or 3 years. And I had gotten pretty burned out. When you're doing all of your own editing and you're putting out two sometimes three videos a day at my high point, then it gets really, really, really old, and you get really, really, really tired of it. But I do have a lot of plans coming back, and I'm really hoping the audio is a bit better. I got the camera, I got the phone a little bit higher up for this one, a little closer to my face. The audio I was very not happy with from yesterday's little stream. And I'm going to be doing these little streams with the phone until I get all my stuff together. And the Raging Atheist is going to be the Raging Atheist again. I'm going to be a Raging Atheist on this channel again. The problem with this channel is through a lot of fault of my own. Not being aware of YouTube changing their guidelines and other people's hate speech becoming my hate speech. And what's up, Kent Hovind? That's on me. But a lot of it too was just the audacity of the Raging Atheist was bound to get me shadow banned. And when I was demonetized, I was shadow banned. This channel really has no hope of growing. And hopefully you can hear me better today, Kent Hovind. Not sure if you checked out yesterday's stream, but I'm using my phone, and it was really low yesterday. I was really disappointed with it. Now, I'm probably going to be doing some streams from my computer again at some point this week. There's just a few things I need to get. I definitely need to get a second monitor because my second monitor is not coming on at all anymore. So I got to go buy a second monitor, but I can get going on one monitor. All I got to do is find my anchor for my microphone arm, and then because I've got the microphone hooked to the arm, I just can't remember what I did with the anchor. I know I didn't throw it away. So once I can get that anchored back onto my desk, and then I need a webcam, I can do some streams with the old Raging Atheist intros and stuff from my computer. And I'm interested in doing that because I thought I was having some lag issues the last time I tried streaming. I figured it was, all right, my computer's on its deathbed. It really isn't. It should still have a couple more good years in it. I did clear up a lot of memory space in my computer since then, and I'm on faster internet. I didn't realize the internet that I was on was kind of shitty, so I'm hoping that the internet that I'm on now will take care of a lot of those lag issues that I was having the last time I tried streaming. In fact, that's why I stopped streaming again. It was like, if I can't put out a good quality product, I don't really want to do it. Outside of getting shit off of my chest, which is what these little phone streams are going to be. So, and that's basically like I want to talk about what happened yesterday. I almost posted about it immediately, but I decided to hold off because immediately my first thought as soon as I heard it, and it was probably, I don't know, a few minutes after it actually happened, when the first time I heard about the shooting yesterday, immediately I'm like, another one, like really? Like, it's just now coming to the point that America First is really questioning the first two assassination attempts from the election. When, I did a video of that 8 months ago, saying like, look, like that assassination attempt with that kid on the roof is fucking suspect, so America First is catching up with that. And you're gonna do another one, and automatically like the red flags are fucking there. So you guys are gonna start seeing that shit today. I'm already starting to see it. I was seeing it yesterday. You're gonna see a lot of like MAGA influencers as the thing is happening or right after the thing is happening, posting their glam shots. CJ Cox is automatically, like other people, automatically blaming the left. Although I haven't heard anything about this guy's motivations. It really seems pretty fucking idiotic, like another fucking idiotic shooting, right? Like there's no chance you're gonna get to the president or the president's people. Um, it really makes no fucking sense. Um, but this person could be left wing. This person could be an America First person that's really aggravated with the president right now. This could be a number of things. But to immediately, automatically point the finger at the left, it's like, all right, you are indeed just a fake little fucking bitch. And you are a little simp for the Trump administration, even though you pretend to like simp for them, CJ Cox. And CJ Cox isn't the only one doing it. This is like their automatic response now. And you even have like these fake ass studies coming out. Like people are gonna start utilizing these fake ass studies of people going out doing studies trying to get the results to show what the president and the Republicans have been saying is that, well, now there's like automatic, like all of a sudden out of left field, left wing violence has overtaken right wing violence and it's not even close anymore. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, just stop. We can all see like with our eyes, right? And we've all lived this experience. Now, I'm not saying that left wing violence isn't on an uptick. It should be. Like you should expect it to be. I'm not saying it should be like I'm endorsing it, but you should expect it to be on an uptick when you have an extremist president pointing the finger at the left, calling them terrorists. You should see or expect to see an uptick in left-wing violence if left-wing people are feeling they're being discriminated against by their own government. So that it's just kind of like a lame argument, and there's no way in hell left-wing violence has overtaken right-wing violence. Just the fact that this is a white dude with guns, to me that's automatic, like pushes the scale on the side of this is a right-wing dude. And there are a lot of right-wing America First, especially ex-military people that are very, very upset with Donald Trump right now. I know that because I watch them. I really enjoy some of their content because these are some of the only right-wingers out there leading the charge against Trump. Is these ex-military America First. Now, you can usually tell that they're kind of Nick Fuentes simps by the whole America First thing because that's Nick Fuentes kind of coined that thing and Donald Trump just kind of like stole it. But not always. Like one of the people that I watch a lot is Valhalla VFT, something like that. He is a right-wing ex-military dude. He's, on the Candace Owens conspiracy train, but he's one of these people that have been calling out Trump. Now, I've been telling everybody that will listen, that you don't want to accept, these people as like allies, right? Like they can be allies in getting rid of Donald Trump, but I don't even think we're going to need that. I think we're going to be able to do that on our own. Outside of, like an actual removal, we're still going to need some of these America First allies to get rid of Donald Trump after we hopefully take majorities in both houses. But, these people aren't friends or allies in any sense of the word just because they have seen, reality for what it is when it comes to Trump. They're still anti-vaxxers. Nate, the guy that I watch most, Valhalla VFT, he's an anti-vaxxer. I'm pretty sure he's anti-Semitic. I don't think he would ever say that. But I think he believes in some like Jewish cabal that runs the world. Shit like this. Like this is these people, even though they're finding truth in reality about Trump, doesn't mean that they still don't have a slew of bad ideas that these are still not the enemy that we have to fight, right? And I saw Amy Newman, what's going on? I'm trying to get back in this thing, just doing some little things from my phone. But yeah, so automatically I'm like, I see this shooting and I'm like, again, I'm already seeing the America First folks talking, these former Trumpers. Valhalla was never a Trumper, never voted for Trump, has always been anti-Trump. But like most of these America First people did vote for Trump. And they are already saying like, yeah, this is another fucking staged assassination attempt. And it's not even really, like they're not even really trying to hide it. like Donald Trump automatically coming out and using this as an excuse to build the ballroom and as an excuse to kind of hype up his base, like we're gonna win Iran, they're not gonna stop me. It's like, all right, just add the fuel to the fire. And I'm sorry to tell everybody, we do live in the age of conspiracy. Conspiracy is no longer conspiracy anymore. Conspiracy is fucking probably what's going on in the era of Trump. So I think, my opinion based on what I'm seeing is like, yeah, this is just another stage fucking attempt. Trump knows his shit is in the gutter. And yeah, he's trying to do something to galvanize his base behind this Iran war because he has no choice. He can't pull out. Bibi has the goods on Donald Trump. He probably has a picture of the girl Trump murdered as she was giving him a blowjob. Or he has a picture of him blowing Bubba. But he has something. And Donald Trump can't get out of this war, even if he fucking wanted to. So he has to get MAGA behind him. And the problem is MAGA ain't behind him. So to me, this is automatic, like, yeah, right. Again? And I'm not the only one saying that. A lot of people. I saw a moderate that I watched, a moderate Democrat who was at the event yesterday, Jack Kokorok. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. I can't pronounce his last fucking name. But he was at the event last night. He made a video yesterday saying, yeah, staged fucking shooting again. So it's getting old. It's getting old. It's really old that like fucking cucks, Trump cucks, like CJ Cox, the first thing they're going to come out and do is point the finger at the left, automatically point the finger. Like, bitch, you don't know shit. You don't know anything. And I know you see these right-wing America First anti-Trump folks because half the shit you put on Facebook is against them. So, like, the writing's on the wall for Trump. And he knows it. And that's what I think last night was. And it's to the point, like, even Peter Doocy had to ask him, like, why do you think these shootings keep happening to you? And I'm like 50-50, right? It's 50-50 that it was like a staged shooting by Trump or somebody just pissed off at Trump, be it left, right, or center. It could be anybody if it comes to like somebody that wants to take out Trump at this point because he's like the worst president in the history of our country. And, unless you're like a Fox baby boomer watching Fox News all fucking day long or Newsmax all fucking day long, you're not on board no more. You're not on that Trump train. It's time for him to go. But most of these people are not going to be like voting Democrat. These are not the people that you're going to have to reach to vote Democrat, which the moderates don't fucking understand. Once again, they're making that mistake. They're making that mistake. Liz Cheney was her own kind of fucking bad. Not the person you kind of want in your tent. But these America First folks that are anti-Trump, with Nick Fuentes out there telling his people to vote Democrats, these are not the people, like, let them vote Democrat if they want to, but these are not your friends. They still have a slew of bad ideas. And these moderates are going around attacking us, the left. Attacking Hassan Piker again, making the same old fucking mistakes. The writing's on the wall for you motherfuckers. It's either time for you to catch up or get left behind. The Bulwark is a fucking perfect example of that. The Bulwark is a podcast of ex-Republicans, anti-Trumpers, never Trumpers, right? And they make their stand, and you got to give them love for that. But if you want to be a part of this coalition and Sarah Longwell on the Bulwark, she wants to talk about how you build a broad coalition, but she wants to attack the left. No, you're the one that's going to get left behind. People are fed up with this shit. And another thing I do want to say, while these people are not our friends, these America First people, a lot of them are people that can be reached. So we really need to kind of watch how we're approaching them. We don't want to alienate these people. Like Valhalla VFT, for example. Like, I've never spoken to this dude. He's way too big. I probably never get to speak to this dude. I would love to speak to this dude because I want to understand where his anti-vax shit comes from. Probably his time in the military service. Because they make you take some crazy ass fucking shit when you're in the military. And they don't give you a choice about it. Like this whole peak headset thing, getting rid of vaccines in the military, that's probably very popular within the military. But they do vaccines on a different level in the military. And if that's it, then we need to have a conversation. right? Some of his other fucked up shit, like I'm pretty sure he believes in like false flag operations, and I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure like the core of that is like 9/11, right? Like a lot of these people I think can be reached. So you don't want to approach them all raging atheists and be like, fuck you, bro. You want to approach them and have conversations with them, because I think a lot of these people can be reached. Now if it comes to their anti-Semitic hatred, that's a different level of expertise. But I'm talking about these people that just have really bad ideas that have probably come from propaganda over the last 20 to 30 years. A lot of these people can be reached. So you don't want to come at them in alienation mode. I don't do that with anybody coming off of the Trump train. A lot of these people are realizing they were duped again. So a lot of these people voted Bush, saw that disaster for what had happened, said, I'm never going to be fooled again. And then 20 years later, they get fooled again. And a lot of these people are realizing that. Those people can be reached. Those people can be brought over. Those people can actually be brought into a leftist political philosophy. Because now they're open, like, and these motherfuckers have been lying to me about everything. So now we can give these people the truth about some leftism, about some socialism. And these people can be reached. So we're living in this moment right now that we need to be very aware of what's going on. Like these false flag operations, if they are indeed that, like I said, to me, it's like 50-50, that they're going to keep trying to do these things in their panic. And we as a party need to as a left hemisphere, need to realize our mistakes of the past. We can't police people's speech. We just can't fucking do that. It doesn't work. People need to catch up with that. People are not going to have their speech policed. They're just not. I was a person that tried to battle hate speech, and you're going to really have to pick your lines, because people aren't going to have you police their speech anymore. And I mean, even leftists aren't going to have their speech policed anymore. It's just not happening anymore. So, like, people that want to create bubbles and think that you can exist inside that bubble, a lot of bubbles are going to be bursting. And they need to be bursting, because we live in a moment right now that people that were never reachable are. But we can't let our foot off the gas and just call them friends until they're sane again. Right? So, yeah, a little bit of a rant there, off topic a little bit, but thinking a lot of shit, right? So, mainly I just want to make sure, like, hopefully the audio is going to be a little better. And again, like, as soon as I, get the little bit of equipment that I need, the monitor will be later. Once I have the monitor, I'll be able to have conversations again without a problem. I think we'll see. Maybe I'll actually plan the next one. Like when I do these, I want to kind of have a plan of talking points, and I didn't for these first two. Mainly just really hoping the audio is going to be better in this. And yeah, just be aware, man. That assassination attempt, I said it 8 months ago, a year ago, that shit was fake. That shit wasn't real. Everything going on with Epstein, Israel, everything's out in the open right now. And every dynamic is changing right now. Every demographic is actually watching the political hemisphere right now, aware of it, because it's affecting them. And the last thing you want to do is for one, attack your own, like to try to demonize Hassan Piker, like he's something he's not. Like CJ Cox again yesterday was like trying to make Hassan Piker look like he endorses political violence. It's fucking pathetic. Let's stop attacking our own, and let's be really aware of a lot of these anti-Israel, anti-Trump people that appear they might be allies with us. Utilize them in the fight against Trump when necessary. But again, like, I don't even think we're going to need too much of their help after the midterms. But understand who they are. These are not people to endorse. And it's the same with those neocon fucking conservatives. You know, the whole point of the Bulwark was while Sarah Longwell is still stuck in that neocon, is she going to get left behind? Tim Miller is reading the room, right? So a lot of these people can be reached, and a lot of these people are going to come further left if we just kind of watch how we talk to them. But the people you need to be harsh with, the people you need to be raging atheist with, well then, goddamn it, we gotta be raging atheists, man. This whole nice bullshit, this fucking being nice to fascists, what the fuck is that? You know, I come from an era where we punched fascists, and that became a bad thing, and now look at us. I remember the first time I was ever criticized for talking about punching Nazis. I did a whole fucking video. One of my first strikes I ever got on YouTube was doing a video of Indiana Jones punching Nazis. That's the America I grew up in. That's what you were supposed to do. If you saw a fucking Nazi, you punched him in the face. And then that somehow became this bad thing. No, bro. That's what it should be. They're fascist. Fuck them. Y'all have a good day.